welcome everyone. Welcome to our first Bits and Bytes podcast by Byteworks. I'm Matt Scott. I'm the VP of Marketing and Sales. I'm super excited to be here. I'm with my co-host Joey.
Hey!
And this has been a long time coming, so super excited to be in the studio with everybody today. Our first episode is essentially just going to be giving a lay of the land, what we want to cover, what we plan to accomplish, why we started this, just kind of digging in and giving a foresightedness of what's going on. But Joey, man, I'm excited to be here Thursday afternoon. So
yeah, I'm stoked. Guys, you may or may not have heard of me, probably not. But I'm from a company called One Source Events. We do great work with Byteworks. We're friends, we're partners, and it's great to be here in your presence, Matt. I know what a lot of you are thinking. Another tech podcast? Come on, Joey. You know what? When this idea first popped off, I had a similar thought. I was like, how are we going to make this not different, but relevant?
Yeah,
right?
That's right.
So that's what we plan to unpack today. We're going to have a myriad of guests in the weeks and shows to come. So get ready, get excited, and follow us on the socials.
Yep, and we're going to share some of our vision as well as far as some topics so that people can, tune into the ones that they want to hear about. Maybe there'll be something that they might not be doing today, but have been thinking about for a while. And why not learn it from somebody that's done it before, right? So, and that's essentially what we're trying to do. So let's just jump into the mix. And I was thinking a good way to start, maybe we'll just talk a little bit about, what our vision is for this. What do we want it to be? How, what should the audience expect from us?
Yeah. Relevant content, stuff that you really want to dig into, stuff that you want to share, stuff that's not boring,
Yep.
Engaging, a little off the wall. I want to make some warnings out here. I'm not your usual tech pod host. So you might get a little Philly magic here, a little crazy. All right.
Man.
But that's how we do. But in all seriousness, to be informed, entertained, and to have a lot of fun along the way.
That's it.
With relevant content. So
Yep. And we're going to keep it light. So, the scope of it is we'd like to do 20 to maybe a little bit longer, maybe a little bit shorter, 20-minute podcasts on certain topics. We want to bring in thought leadership. So we have 4 core practices here at Byteworks: data center, enterprise networking, cybersecurity, and collaboration. And so we have thought leaders in each one of those practice leaders. So they really spend all of their time, focusing on where the market's going, where technology is going, what's new, what's latest and greatest. So I feel, it's not a Byteworks, hey, check this out. It's, hey, check out what we're doing from this latest innovation and sharing that out there. We also have great partners. We have a deep relationship with multiple strategic partners that are, innovators in the market. So we want to bring some of them on, hear where they're going, what are they seeing out there? And then of course our customers, right? So many of our customers are similar industries, similar solutions being deployed. I go back to a comment I made before around chances are if somebody else is doing some sort of a project, others have similar projects of interest. Mm-hmm. So, don't just dive into it. Let us share a little bit and maybe it'll lead to questions. Maybe we can help answer those questions. Maybe our customers can collaborate together. But, it's a forum for that. This is not a self-serving podcast. This is us giving back to others.
Yeah, that's one of the thoughts that I had preemptively too. Because sometimes you tune in, you subscribe to a podcast, and it's a giant sales pitch. Listen, I'm tired of getting pitch slapped. All right, so we're not going to have any of that here. No pitch slapping. All right, so don't expect that. Right? We come real. We come with the guests, the thought leaders, the content. Because, like you said, Matt, people have challenges.
Yep.
But those challenges can be overcome with solutions, right? So we'll talk solutions, but we also want to address, what if you're in that stage where you're like, hey, we've overcome some big challenges and we want to grow. So Some of our speakers are going to provide some thought leadership on how to grow within the specific niche market that you find yourself in.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And, the way that I wanted to take a minute and provide a little bit of color into how this came about, right? Oh, we're just going to go start a podcast and it's going to be great. No, hopefully our listeners find it great. Hopefully y'all find it entertaining as well. And like you said before, engaging and informative. But the reason why we felt compelled to really lean in and use this medium as a voice is because at Byteworks, I hit on our practices before, but we are so broad. Our customers are diverse. Our innovations and technology partners are so diverse. We hit on so many different elements of the technology environment, of the full spectrum of what's going on out there. So, I felt that we had a great way to contribute back and give back, some informative knowledge of what's going on out there, what have we seen, and leveraging our expertise. Because, if there's anything that Byteworks is known for, it's for our engineering-led expertise. And we really pride ourselves on focusing on the solutions and delivering the solutions that our customers need. So it was like, hey, how do we tell people more about everything that's going on out there? The second thing is, oftentimes people have kind of a siloed voice. A manufacturer's talking about what they got going on, latest and greatest. A customer's talking about, hey, this is what we're doing. Or, an integrator such as us is focusing on, hey, this is why we're your solution. And I don't think, it needs to be a self-serving voice. I think we need to go tell people about the full spectrum, tell them about what all's going on, not just in silos, but giving them a holistic, solution. So, we felt we have a lot to give and to give back. And when we started thinking about topics, when we started thinking about, hey, could we really do this? It was like, this could be awesome.
Yeah.
Like, this could be fun. And hopefully everybody else thinks the same. And I'm sure there'll be times when you're like, yo, Matt, shut up. But let me pitch slap him. No, I like that. There should not be that here. We're just passionate about sharing innovative technology, strategy, and foresightedness.
Yeah, and we're not going to be one of those podcasts that you'll hear every day a new episode. Because let's face it, a lot of these pods face burnout, right? Yep. But not to say we don't have enough content to do that. We're just going to space it out. So frequency-wise, Matt, what can we expect?
Yeah, so, we hit on it before. Our goal right now is 2 times a month. We figured, approximately 20-minute segments. When we started going down the road of what can we talk about, what topics could they be, the list started growing.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh my gosh, we have a lot to talk about. Yeah. So, shoot, if we could put stuff out and y'all love it and our listeners engage with it and they're like, hey, we want to hear more of what's going on, we'll lean in.
Yeah, we'll tailor to your experience. Like, this is all ultimately, Matt, like I know that we talked about this in the pre-show with our producer, but this is all about you. Yep. Not you, Matt, but this is all about you. I thought it was looking that way. This is all about you.
Yep.
You. And not me.
Yeah. So this is actually one of the things. So this is a light board, not a whiteboard, a light board in front of us. One of our engineering prowess designs. We did this during COVID and implemented it for a lot of technical colleges and schools to quickly begin to do remote and hybrid teaching. And so,
as you can see, this is not a distraction at all from the podcast, but this is going to be a great way to convey points because, I'm the kind of learner that needs to see things, sometimes hear things. So you get it all, right? And we're using some amazing technology to get it done. We'll dig into that. But I just had somebody kind of buzzing me in my third ear, right? So who can we expect to hear from besides Byteworks employees, right?
Wait, hold on. You have 3 years?
Well, the one in the back of my head.
Oh man,
it's bad. It's bad.
This is getting weird up in here.
Yeah. Told you, I warned you. I did.
Yeah, that's like a total recall thing, right? Like, no, I did bring it back there. I'm not trying to date us. So let me just run through a little bit. I think it would be good, informative to help us talk about some of the topics we got coming up. So next up, episode 2, we're
Attack of the Clones. No, okay. Exactly. I digress. Okay.
That was good. Is our WebEx user group. So what is this initiative? We have a special guest coming on. They just deployed the initiative about a month ago. I don't want to steal their thunder, but they got a lot of praising feedback and And I'll let you guys hear about that on that episode. We have a partner, Verkada, who's basically changing the landscape for physical security and access control. So super excited to hear from them. I've spent some time with them. We've deployed a lot of their solution, and it is market leading. We're bringing on James Willard, who is actually the founder of Byteworks and a partner here. And basically, one of the topics is sleeping well at night. Don't skimp on your infrastructure. And I think it's a great topic of, why things are important and why we recommend what we recommend. And, it's definitely of relevance. And because the solutions that you're putting out there, the solutions that you're putting into your infrastructure, we all know this in this era, it needs to be sound. It needs to be in line with what you actually need, not what your budget needs. Hybrid workforce. So we're bringing on our other partner, Jeremiah Plaskett, to talk about where this is going, where the workforce is moving to, and how and what we are seeing to support that. Informed environments. So this is a really cool topic, and it goes back to a lot of emergency response as well as the federal and military arms. So making sense of sensors. So sensors are everywhere now. You got all this data. What do you do with that data? How do you prioritize it? So basically making sense of sensors and informed environments is that topic. And then, is your contact center really working for you?
Yeah.
So people aren't getting, it's not a same level playing field of where you were a few years ago versus what you could be doing. So how can we make more of it for you? That's what we're doing. Those are some of the topics. That's kind of where this formed from. We're excited to be doing that. If you have something that you think would be of interest, that you'd like us to dive into a little bit more, if you have a customer or an OEM manufacturer partner that you want to hear more about or get on here, we'd love to bring them on. So we want to hear from you. So definitely, if you could follow us on YouTube, follow us on LinkedIn. Those are probably going to be our core areas of connection. But we're excited. We can't wait to hear from you. Thank you guys for joining us for our first one. Hopefully we didn't bore you. We got a lot more excitement, content. Bits and Bytes podcast by Byteworks. I'm Matt Scott.
I'm Joey Wenz.
And we're excited to join you guys.